So I just flew back to Los Angeles from New York. I was out in New York and I flew back for the Emmys. And I was very excited because this is my very first Emmy. I was the first and only black writer at Conan for several years. And for me to have written for Conan, and when I first started writing for Conan, I was gonna quit after like the second week because I just wasn't used to waking up that early. And being a stand-up comic, I was going to bed at the time I was supposed to be at work, so I really didn't like it, and I couldn't fathom everything that came along with it, Writers Guild Awards, Emmy nominated writer and all that. I had no idea, I wasn't even thinking that big, so when I was nominated for my first Emmy, it was huge for me and for, my people. So I go to the Emmys, I'm sitting in the Emmys, and I'm chilling, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, I am at the Emmys. Like, I am sitting here, chilling, and I'm seeing my name on the screen, on the stage, where it's like, writer Deon Cole, like, on the screen at the Emmy. Like, I got a tuxedo on. This is like, and I'm doing everything in my power to hold back tears, because I'm with the other writing staff, and I just don't want to cry, but I'm like losing it a little bit. I'm seeing all these celebrities in the room that I grew up on and admired and loved, and it was just overwhelming. So, we lost, we didn't win, but that was the win for me, just seeing my name on the screen, being a black kid from the south side of Chicago to the Emmys, being Emmy nominated. Just like, it was crazy, man. I was so overwhelmed with emotion and everything. So we went to this Emmy party, and after that, I was like, man, I want to go to my spot, Lolas. This is a place called Lolas. It used to be in LA where I used to always go to and drink. I was like, man, I'm about to go there and just turn up, man. Just go kick it with my people. So I went in there, tuxedoed out, went in there, we kicking it, drinking, parlaying, just having a ball. Just everybody so proud of me and everything. So I went outside, and I was smoking cigarettes at the time too. And I went outside, and I just started crying, because I didn't want to cry around everybody else. I was outside and I was crying. I was smoking a cigarette, and I just was like, this is a new found beginning for me, and this is going to turn into a career. I know it, and I'm just so blessed and happy to be in this position. And you have to know when you have these moments, you have to cherish them, because it's a handful of ways to get it, and it's a million ways to lose it. So when you get an opportunity like this, you have to cherish that, and you can lose it at any given moment or not even have the opportunity. So I'm just sitting out there, reflecting, I'm wiping my tears, and I'm out there smoking and just chilling. These 5 white women walk out of the bar, and they come up, and they stand next to me, and they talking to each other. They talking, and I'm standing there, and I'm just reflecting and thinking. And this white woman simply held her ticket out and was like putting it in my face. She like held it out and just had it in my face, and I was standing there, and I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'm like moving out the way because I'm thinking maybe she don't see me standing there. So then she moves the ticket closer to me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what is she doing? So finally, the white woman just like looks over. She's talking. She's like, yeah. And she just looks over and go, oh, hold on for a minute. Here. And I'm looking, and I'm like, here what? And she was like, our car? And I was like, bitch, I'm not valet. And her friends looked, and she looked, and I'm like looking at her, and she's like, what? And I said, I was just nominated for my first Emmy today. I just left the Emmys. I'm not no valet. And she was like, oh my God. And her friends were like, she was burgundy in her face. And her friends was like, oh my God, she's so sorry. She was drinking, I'm so sorry. And I was like, man, that's messed up that you would do that. And she was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I was like, yo, that's really messed up. I'm sitting there having a moment of my life, and she think I'm valet. And I even told her, I said, and second of all, Why would you think I'll be wearing a goddamn tuxedo at this shitty ass place to valet cars? This place don't even, you know, why would a person in a tuxedo be valeting cars at this spot? Like, you think this place is that good that somebody in a tuxedo is valeting cars? Like, what are you doing? And she was just like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm like, nah. I was like, man, you got to check that. Don't be just assuming that somebody is a valet because I'm a black man out here in a tuxedo. And she was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And they took her away, and I was just standing there. I just got miserable, just instantly. Because at the end of the day, no matter the accomplishment that I had, and no matter how I was dressed, head to toe tuxedo, I was still considered valet at the end of the day. There's a moment that I always remember, you know, and I always take with me, you know. You know, you got to rise above and beyond, man, and you can't put that kind of racism, or not even racism, whatever it was. If it's racism, if it wasn't just assumption, you can't have that kind of assumption on anybody at any level. And that was messed up what that lady did, you know. But it stayed with me, and it's been fuel ever since, you know. So there go another story.